Hello, back at it. Got some dinner, orange chicken and rice. It was delicious. Hope you're doing good this Wednesday, May 13, 2026. Last time we did some playtesting, played through the game and made a couple notes about some changes that I need to make. I think I'm going to look at those and do those now and then work in trying to build the last level or another level. So one of the things is I wanted to animate little triangles on the map to show where you're supposed to go and not highlight the current node. So update the map in the following ways. Well, sorry, that was not helpful. Gotta do Shift Enter, not Enter. One, do not highlight the current node. Only current node. Only the node is white. Only highlight valid clickable nodes on the map. Shift Enter. 2. Please add flowing triangles. Along the path from your current node to any valid node above it. Okay, I think that's good. I just need to double check that I don't have anything in. Metal slime. What I did, I changed its animation, charting inventory, and that's the fire stuff, I think. Yeah, wet effect. Fix wet buff. Debuff? I don't know. Updated metal slime. Animation speed. Still needs more work. Cut the files to main and push to origin. And I'll let this go. Other thing is I want the pause to affect the left and right side of the battlefield as well, because sometimes I might want to go and edit something and then, I'm not doing push to pause because I think once you get used to it, the mouse system works great. I guess if I get feedback otherwise, I can add a toggle, but it makes sense to me that, the problem I had before was you're picking up your characters on the bottom and you're putting them on the left of the screen, and that takes time. So if the game, when the game wasn't paused in the beginning, you'd have to really be grabbing and stretching to do it, and it felt a little more hectic than I want it to feel. I want it to feel more strategic rather than hectic. And I think it's kind of cool, just like real-time pausing. It's like, kind of turn-based, but not. There was a thought that maybe I could make it turn-based, so you play all the stuff you can, the enemy then plays everything they can, and you go back and forth. But I don't know. I think this just feels a little more different than a lot of maybe games in the genre, and I think it works. So it's definitely a possibility and something I could do. Sprite Factory, they're going to build some little triangles and probably create either a spline or just do a simple XY tween from the start to the end on all the nodes after they identify it. I hope they create a new class for that, helper class. Keep it clean, but we'll see. Oh. Rotated via the edge angle. The triangle method right after the star. Okay, that's in the sprite factory. Dim the current node, changes tint to visited tint. It's only truly clickable, reachable nodes are bright. Good. That confuses me. I'm sure it confuses other people. Add the marker component, the manager state, rebuild the helper, and the her frame animation tag. It's crazy how many updates they put in this game instead of doing a coroutine or something. It's interesting. I mean, I usually avoid updates unless they're important because they're, they can be expensive, especially on mobile. But they do tend to be a little less buggy than some coroutines because you have to manage the start and the stop and the exit early options where applicable. I think I also want to rename Forged to Merge. Forged doesn't really make sense. I don't know why. I thought that would make sense. I don't know. Current node no longer highlighted. Following triangle to valid nodes. Refresh file markers, yeah. Life cycle refresh marker tears down the old marker game object for rebuilding cheat because the refresh cadence is low. Yeah. I'm surprised they care about cycles all of a sudden. Okay, I'm gonna test this really quick and then I'll add the next section. You build any games, viewer? What kind of things would you like me to talk about or to create? Are there any units that you would like to see? Okay, fight. I'll do the win level button. There you go. That looks nice. There you go. Yeah, that looks good. Beautiful, nicely done. Current node is no longer highlighted, and arrows point to next node. Please make the expand. Please expand the mouse over game pause. To include the left and right of the battlefield grid. That way you can do things like, click on your deck or look at different things. Also, please move the enemy commander card played to show above the enemy commander deck view. That's not the right now. The card plays right over his face, and I think it's a little odd looking. Check that off. Check that off. Change slots surrounded by rectangles. So what I can do. If you're on a deserted island and you could only drink one soda, what would it be? I guess I'd have to pick something like I don't know, do they have a soda with milk in it? Maybe something refreshing would be good. You probably don't want to have super high levels of sugar all the time. Maybe like a Gatorade's not a soda. I guess the question defeats the purpose. But I guess what I'm asking is, what's your favorite soda? I probably like Coke. Variety is wonderful. I'm drinking a tiny little Fanta. I heard that they're different in Europe. I did have some in Europe and they did taste different. I don't think it's just the food coloring either. We'll play the card call out to use new anchor, right? Okay, so the order of the card display happens later, so then it has to kind of wire it in that way. It's odd. I probably would have just had it all wire up at the beginning. I'll make it static. Okay, testing two things. Right. Yeah. Checking mouse pause and card played. Pick Chungus. There's a Chungus among us. Great. Alright, let's see what it looks like when he plays his cards. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Looks good. Moved enemy played. A card played to above commander hand. Pause game with mouse is now works on right and left of playfield. Okay. Oh yeah, that's the other one I wanted to do. I want the slots, equipment slots, to look like rounded rectangles. Maybe I just need to get a piece of art for that. I think that's what I'm going to do. Please change the equipment slots. Give me the ability to override the look of equipment slots. Change my mind. I'm going to go back to rounded rectangles. I think otherwise I'm going to have to do have them build me a little scaling tool for everything. It's going to take a while. And I think there's other things that are more important right now. So please update equipment slots in the game to use rounded rectangles. Rounded edges, squares instead of the current squares. Change the color to be a light brown. Try that. Okay, next step after this is going to be to show the actual levels on the map. I'm thinking like a wide, rectangle for every group of 3, with some kind of color background maybe that I set. And then having custom art for each level might be unnecessary, but maybe I can like show a screenshot of the level, at least the name of the level. I want you to feel like you're progressing, through something. There's a sprite designed for square scaling, so corners read as true circles and not splash ellipses. Yes. Correct. Rendered square shaped to sprite factory. Color the slots to a light brown and switch around a square, and I'll swap it for color calls inside the slot refreshers over to rounded square. It's pretty wild. Be wild, my buds. Be right back. Looks like I'm going to be going for a walk pretty soon. It's a little possibly rainy out there, but, I need some exercise. Look at this sweet caliper I made. Incredible. Back calipers are pretty cheap to buy, but I don't like them. My 3D printer is pretty cool. Rounded corners, okay, so I should be able to, I can see it down here. These look more equipment-y. See how it looks down here. I don't like it. Gotta wait till he gets close. I can win the fight. This guy's only got 2 cards? Yeah, 2 cards, so. Can really fill the field with this guy. He's the easiest character. But I don't know. I don't know how much you want to balance your characters. It's just nice to have some easy ones, some hard ones. This should be it. Stop hitting that wall, bud. No. No, he's gonna hit me. Okay. So I want to make it so the first 3 levels here are kind of like its own little, line. Let's see if they do equipment when it comes to here. Metal slime needs an update on his description. It's too much, man. Metal slime. Very high HP. A bit slow. It's non-attack. I think that's fine right there. I'll pick him. I think we also need to change his animation. I think his animation was still pretty weird. I'll pick him and pick 2 of them, why not? Boom! We got a gang. Gonna take out his mana generation, so get ahead on the economy. Oh yeah, I wanted to wait for this big guy. He's just a fire base. Flanker. Alright, yeah, I mean, his animation needs some work for sure. I think maybe the problem then is that its 0.1 is too fast. Let's try that. Let's go. I was thinking I just want to make it look like he was kind of scraping around, but the 0.2. We'll dial it in eventually. Rounded round squares for equipment. Happy Thursday. Alright. Mind rectangles. Those are just some of the updates from my playthrough. please add a visual indicator for groups or level groups on the map. I want a white banner that encompasses the vertical space of the, what's it called, map nodes. For each group. So group 1, what's that called? Card maze, map editor, pool. I think pool is a word I'm looking for. Encompasses. I'm just missing an S. Something else. Indicator for level pools. As a background. So group 1 will have a different color than group 2 behind the nose. Encompasses what should it be? And nodes above the third normal fight all the way up to the normal, the 6th normal fight node. For now, let's just do a solid color, which can be, does a level editor have this information? And I don't think I have, like I've got the level pools. I'll just add it to the level pools. Solid, which can be edited in the map editor. Under level pools tab. That clears mud.
I'll put it in here for you.
I'm streaming. You want to have them back there? That's fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine. Let me move my weights.
She's more comfortable with them. I don't want them on our bed either.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to do some sweet Now it's going to be a lifting screen.
Is anybody watching you?
Nope.
I would.
I'm sure you would, hon. Thanks.
What are those things?
They're weights.
What are weights?
They're heavy things to lift to make your muscles stronger.
Oh.
These weigh 20 pounds each, which is half of how much you weigh.
What?
So both of these weigh more than you do.
No, I can't hold them.
Yeah, you might be able to lift one. I mean, you're pretty strong. But you couldn't curl it with one hand, probably. Not yet. I see a fly, and I got this sweet, incredible 3D printed fly swatter. I can get him. Where'd he go? No fly. There he is. Should have seen the first version of this fly swatter was dinky. Got him!
Aw, why didn't you let him live over there?
Well, he wasn't going to be happy in here. I guess I could have found a way to pop the screen out and let him go. Maybe that would have been a nicer thing to do. Maybe next time I'll spend the extra energy and try to save little Mr. Fly. If we didn't have flies, we'd be in trouble. They're very helpful little bugs.
What do flies do?
Well, they eat things that, stinky things like poop and dead animals and trash, and they go around and they clean them up. Usually the way they do it is they fly down and they lay their little eggs on the gross stuff, and then the eggs grow into these little tiny worms and they eat all their yucky stuff. They go yum 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 yum, and then when they're done, they turn into flies.
Like poop?
Yeah. They'll put their little babies in the poop and the little babies eat it up. Pretty great, because otherwise the whole...
They leave the babies?
Uh-huh. Yeah, flies aren't really, they're not like people, or they're not like taking care of their babies, really. They just lay the eggs and take off.
Aw, that's sad.
Yeah, but I mean, they're important, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise the whole world would be full of poop and dead stuff, and it's just one of the ways the world regenerates. It's very cool. Add the purple level fields. Supposed to get bands on level fields. That's what they call them, bands. Fire the banners into level progression. I'll add a constant block. A build banners method that runs before build edges and stores the order between dim and edge. Okay. UI stuff. Now I'll add a banner width constant and add the build method first. Insert the build pool banners call in build map. Surface the new color fields in the map editor's level pools tab. Helpers. For new colors, Act 1 pool color. Okay. Not sure exactly what I want to show, but I do want to show, like, sections. Ooh, look at this. And they got alpha as well. Cool. I thought I told him I wanted to start here. Cool. Yeah, that's basically something. Please extend the banners to include the nodes above. The reward nodes above the there is a gap with no banner between.
When I grow up, I'm gonna make games.
Alright, you wanna? You make games with me. I'll help you. It's gonna be very different than the way I did it.
Cause I will play games.
Yeah?
And that's the only job to play games.
Yeah, there's other jobs. There's like, there's like video game reviewers and critics. Although I think that job's,
Boring.
I don't know if it's boring. I think it's probably a cool job. I just don't know how important it's going to be in the future, Because we have so many other people playing games that aren't journalists, and then they have opinions, and they seem to be more popular than, than journalists, but there's a gap between the banner that the last normal fight and the in a pool and the next. Please extend the banners to include the 2 reward rows above the last fight in the pool. I think on the I might want to extend the banners to the left, and then in the middle of the banner have like a screenshot of the level, and then the level name above it. Or maybe I just put the name there and create some other kind of like level art. There's it might be interesting to like randomize between a pool of like 3 levels. And I think I mentioned this last time, but I think there's a potential that if you do that, then you're going to end up with a lot of levels that have to be kind of generic in order to work for different characters, depending on how varied they get. To reward just between the band's last commander and the next post-source commander you attended with it. Just wait, Bull's color, the boss band is unchanged, yep. There you go. Just check in to see how this looks. It looks fine. What colors do I want? The green sounds good as the first one. I do think this gray color is like feels kind of muted. Do, 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 do. The thing is, when I move this band to the left, and then you got a level name, it's just gonna be like that. I'll do it anyway. Added banners in background. Designate level, what are they called? Pool. Level groups. Please extend the, what are they calling these things? They're calling them, they have a funny word for it. They extend the banners. To the left. A semicircle shape. That extends. Is that? I think just a normal semicircle might do it. Let's see. That's a big semicircle. Yeah, it's like full. I'll start with that and see how that works, and then we can just add a black line here. It's a problem. No shape. That starts at the top of the banner and ends on the bottom cleanly. In the middle of this semicircle, please put the level name. I thought I had some fonts here. I'm using Summer Beach font. Using the Summer Beach font in the color that is significantly darker than the banner color. I thought it might be cool to have co-op in this game, but I think starting multiplayer this late is a little crazy. I mean, I've only been working on it for, I think not yet 3 weeks. Yeah, 22 days. 7/14. Yeah, so 3 weeks and a day. This guy does not like to use Text Mesh Pro. I had to import it myself and like use it. I wonder if he's gonna figure that he knows that the semicircle needs to be attached, and pointing to the left, like seems obvious, but we'll see. I could have done something else, like a little banner that comes out, or maybe there's some other way to do it that would look better in a semicircle, but I figure that would be fairly quick to add. Done 3 new pieces. We got the semicircle, Sprite Factory. Okay, I got it based on the size, but doesn't know how to rotate it. We'll see. Be funny if it was just flat, just like sticking out. I've done a workflow before this for a couple quiz games, and you do the. Oh man, that is a low resolution semicircle. It's actually a circle. Man, that's funny. The semicircle is a full circle. I'll just say the semicircle resolution is terrible. It needs to be crisp. What is he doing? Is he making the semicircle? What's he doing it? Let me look at the summary transfer. I should look at what he made. Did he use that as the text? Maybe I shouldn't have jammed those 2 things together. What is that semicircle? There it was. Oh, what is this thing? Come on, there we go. It is a sprite render. My gosh, is it low resolution? Going for a walk soon? Did you eat that whole thing?
Did I eat my whole what?
Sandwich?
Yes.
That's
Also
crazy.
the bread.
You ate another prune?
There's a prune from dinner.
Oh. Those kids eat like crazy. You probably ate more dinner than your dad did.
Well, anybody want to take a nap on the way back? Go walk the whole time.
Yep, I'm down. When do you want to go? 5 minutes? I'm going to go for a walk in 5 minutes. So I'll get some exercise today, huh? I really need to get some exercise. Needs to be a habit. I've done some push-ups, a little bit of lifting. A very little bit. But you know, something's better than nothing. Don't let anybody tell you different. He really wants to do it with this right. 512? I think 512 is going to be too low too. I think it's going to need to be double that. That's alright. Okay, so now the issue is really, it's not this, it's the fact that the colors have transparency. So I'm gonna go, is this okay having this go through? Yeah, I think it looks okay. I'll have a little picture of the open field deer or something like that. I probably want to have like a second display name for it. But I'll go here, go to the map editor, go to level pools, take this and crank it up. I wonder if it's real time. That would be pretty sweet. Probably not though. It's a second river. I'm gonna make that like a nice blue. Crank that up. What's the second one called? I don't have one. It's open field again, so I'll just copy that. It doesn't affect alpha. Interesting. And then this purple, I guess that's fine. No save here, just this should make it look crisp-ish, and at least that'll give you some sense of progression as you're going out. And that's some blue. Yeah, let's just start. Alright, I think that's good for now. Yeah, I'll probably be back on a little bit. Get some exercise. Let's do it. How many of you did it? Like and subscribe. I want somebody to come and hang out with me. Okay? Thank you.